There we go. Woo, hi everyone. Sorry, we were yapping, and I was like, maybe we should switch over. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Oh no. Oh shit, they didn't hear you. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh no. Discord hates you. Now they should hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can chat hear me? Hello?
Hello. Yeah, we were yapping. I was like 10 minutes. Maybe we should actually do something.
We were having fun conversations without chat. Chat wasn't invited.
Exactly. It's a secret club. It is what it is. But yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to Hydrafixation. Hi Marsh.
Hi Marsh.
Good timing. Hi Marsh. Did you back the guys? Did you ziplock them? Are they ziplocked now? You know the normal art of ziplocking VTubers. They are backed. Marsh just backed 4 VTubers. I mean, 2 today, 2 the other day, but that's impressive, honestly.
Good. I think that's where all VTubers should be, actually, is in the Ziploc baggies. So,
does that include us?
Yes, I've already got the baggie picked out for you.
Damn. Okay. At least it's a bag and not a jar. I think we're still okay here. Yeah,
I'm not made of money. I can't have glass jars everywhere. You know.
That's yeah. But yeah, welcome to Hydrafixation episode 11. It's already episode 11.
It's moving so fast. I feel like the ghost one just happened. I think that was the first one. Also, thank you, Can. I based it on the character from the game I'm gonna yap at you guys about.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, the first one was in September.
Damn. It feels like it's been no time at all, and also like forever. You know.
Schnaps. Yeah, that's. I have to look up because we say that Germans. Every time you have like a number that's repeating, like 11 or 666, we call it a Schnapszahl, literally a spirit or alcohol number, and then you have to drink.
Oh,
I don't know why we're doing this. Yeah. Every Hincaru call-up is her admitting human rights violations without prompting. Yeah.
I'll do it for free. Every conversation has to have something in there like that. I have to keep my conversation spicy.
Okay, we will come to back to that later. But do you want to officially introduce yourself to the people who don't know you? Which I don't know. How do you not know Hincaru? What's happening? You know. Also, I mean, you know Hincaru's work because you've seen my stinger, and you've seen my starting soon screen.
Yep, that's me. I've been invading your space already. I'm an invasive species. Even when you don't know that I'm there, I'm still there. But my name's Hincaru Kaiva. I'm a Fey imp, and you can't fall for the propaganda. I'm not a demon. People made that up. I'm a Fey imp. I speak for the fucking trees, okay?
Yeah,
and I also draw and I torment everyone around me. That's my whole introduction.
Yeah, we're both victims to the fiend propaganda.
Everyone's we're just normal fae, but because we don't look like fairies, no one believes us. And they're like, oh, that's a demon. That's going to eat me and steal my soul. Well, maybe, but I'm not doing it because I'm a demon. I'm doing it because I'm a fae.
I'll do it because it's fun, because I'm neither. But it's, if people want to give me I'll take it. Put it in the bag.
Who am I to say no? Who am I to say no to a wonderful gift that I'm taking without asking?
Exactly. Oh.
A simp. Cafe Kaicho. You are banned.
Is that so? Also, do I get something for collecting like both siblings now here? Is there a prize for that?
It's more like a curse because now you're stuck with both of us. You gotta feed us and like water us and take us out and stuff. It's kind of like you adopted 2 pets.
Yeah, but what is new? So that happened ages ago. So sorry, I sold my soul a long time ago. But okay, you have one. That's interesting.
Can I have it?
Who do you sold it to? Can we rebuy it? Is there? You have to give
Who
them
do I need to find? Yeah, that means they've got somebody out there has 2 souls for me to take. Is what I'm saying, and I need excess. I need excess for selling.
Are there feeding recommendations? Just asking before I write the grocery list.
Pastries, sweets, sweet drinks, coffee, anything that's bad for you really is what you're gonna want to feed to me.
Easy. We can do that. We can. I still have a cabinet full of like syrups for coffee, so I think we're fine here.
Yep, that's all I need. Get me coffee and the whole cabinet of syrups.
Sold it to a friend 20 years ago for some fried noodles. Were they good fried noodles? Was it worth it?
You know, what's funny is in high school, my friends and I used to gamble our lunch money every day, right? Which perfectly normal American moment, right? But we, one time we got in trouble for gambling because it was gambling. It was real gambling because we were gambling money. So instead, my friend gambled her soul and I won it in the card game. And then whenever she, like years and years later after graduation and everything, she got married and she was having a baby, and one of her baby shower gifts was me giving her soul back to her.
What Yu-Gi-Oh episode was that?
I don't know. This stuff's been going on for so long. I'm like 12 seasons deep in this shit. I don't know.
Hey, you gave it back.
I sent her to the Shadow Realm and she fell in love and had a baby, so she should be thanking me, you know? Things can't be too bad in the Shadow Realm.
Wait, was that baby where the parents refused to take your cool name suggestions?
No, this is
okay.
That's a different baby. That baby they're naming after Cafe, so I guess I can forgive them for not naming him Proto Man or Dark Lord Crescent Razor Moon.
Cafe Proto Man would have been a good name, honestly. That would be a good.
I'm saying.
That's a good double.
I'm just saying.
That baby could have been yours, but do you want that in that economy?
I can't take care of a baby. I can barely take care of myself. That's why I made Healy adopt me. Against their will, they don't know that right now. Surprise!
Haz and I adopting so many children over the years. Sure. You
Yay.
Go play with Dusk and Z.
Yippee!
Well, now they do. Well, it's now getting weird with the family tree because Flapjack is our grandchild and now our daughter-in-law. Okay.
Listen, it gets weirder than that because I've been trying to flirt with her mom lately too. So, oh wow, hey Siggy, thank you.
Thank you for the gifted subs. Also, you got a gifted sub. Have fun with the cute little emotes.
Oh yay! Yippee!
Sorry,
hold on.
Siggy and Khan just gifted. Khan and Siggy is fucking funny. That is.
Life is beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. All the subs Twitch will finally pay me this month. Thank you.
Thank God. Thank you.
Okay, 20 minutes in, we're getting nowhere. I'm explaining now what we're here for, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Welcome actually to Hydrafixation episode 11. Hydrafixation is the format where I invite someone so they can yap about a special interest or hyperfixation of those, with the little caveat of they just having 20 minutes of uninterrupted yapping time before I cut them off and ask silly little questions. I will have. Or you can ask silly little questions and then we see where this goes. And now you're asking yourself, Ilya, but why is it called Hydrafixation? As you've seen in the last 10 minutes, you start with one topic, you open up 10 others. It is what it is, especially if your guest is as neurospicy as yourself. Yeah. And today we're talking about Monster Rancher 4, which I told that to a friend the other day, and he was like, I didn't know they made a fourth one. And I was like, cool, I didn't know they made those.
They've made so many more than 4. There's so many of those games.
It's funny every time I tell someone, hey, yeah, next Hydrafixation episode is this topic. And people are like, oh my god, that's so interesting. You know shit. I know stuff about that. I'm like, good for you, I don't. Oh my god, Monster Rancher 4 for the PS. Yeah, who would have thought that Hincaru would talk about Monster Rancher 4 for the PS2? I honestly would also...
Discord status right now is actually play Monster Rancher 4 for the PS2. That's my actual Discord status right now.
I saw that. That was peak. Hincaru never talks about it. Exactly, and that's why I thought, hey, Hincaru has to come over and finally talk about it. I also would have taken the Apollo Buckman breakdown, which also would probably be fucking funny.
20 minutes isn't enough to even begin to tell you what's wrong with that man. But everyone should go follow Apollo Bugman. That's my little guy. I'm hold him gently in my hand like a cheeseburger. Okay, that's my little dude.
That would be fucking funny to be like, okay, here's 20 minutes of what's wrong with him, and then you just have to double time wrap this shit to get it done.
I would pre-record it and put it on double speed for you. That's what I would do. I need at least 40 minutes to get through like just the surface level of what's wrong with that guy.
Oh, also, since we're actually a lot of people here, and I haven't decided, I have decided I will make a special Hydrafixation episode as an anniversary at one point, where I talk about, where I'm the guest, basically. What number should I do that? What's a good anniversary number?
6 month. Are we past that already? I don't know how to count.
Yeah, no, I want to be like episode number wise, because otherwise I will have to do that tomorrow or something, because 25? Yeah. 25
That's sounds... a good one.
26, that would also be funny. But yeah, but 25 is
22 and drink.
Also an option, honestly. Do it on the on the 6/6. Also good option. Damn, if we had like 2022 or something, that would have been funnier. I think I also already know what I want to talk about, so that's gotta be interesting. Gonna bring some German culture to the people.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Educate the masses.
That's what we're here for. Okay. Now, let me do the bad thing and get the dreaded timer out.
Not the timer.
Also, you actually have to listen to Hincaru because Hincaru hasn't brought a presentation. What That's I right. have is a 2-minute video I will now loop for the next 20 minutes.
You guys are welcome, by the way. The worst thing we were doing to you is not letting you listen to the banger-ass music on it, okay? Because that song is one of my favorites.
I mean, I think copyright will fuck me over.
Oh, they never came for me. Well, see, they'd have to admit that they care about Monster Rancher to come at you over that song. That's the problem.
I can do the smart thing. Can I do the smart thing? Let me check. Let me check. Maybe I can do that later. Maybe I can show you it later at least once with music, and then I will just do the smart thing and put it on another audio track, and then the VOD won't get me. Maybe.
See, you're so much smarter than me. I just play the music and let them take my VODs from me. You're so much better than me.
There's literally an audio setting that says Twitch VOD channel, where you can put stuff and then it's live, but not in the VOD.
I wonder if that's what Germa does, because, like, I'll listen to him yap and I'll hear Undertale music, and then when I watch the VOD, it's not there. Is that what he does?
Yeah, probably.
Super genius. Who knew?
Yeah, the technology. It's funny that I explain that to people. Like, you can actually save all your VODs from copyright. What? Is this gonna work with the multi-stream? That's correct. Probably not. Well, then you don't get the banger music. Well.
Damn. You guys are just gonna have to look it up yourself and Make everyone see that people want to watch that music video, and maybe they'll remake Monster Rancher 4, put out Monster Rancher 4 again. God damn it!
This is actually what's happening here. We're campaigning for remake. Do you want to? Okay, no, wait. Afterwards, we talk about this. I still don't know shit. I literally
campaign for it anyways. You don't have to know it to campaign. Just do it for me. I'm so cute and nice and small and pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's fucking go. I will give you guys your Cocomelon that I have actually muted because I am a genius. Okay, are you ready, Hincaru?
I'm ready. I'm just seeing that I can hear the music in my head just looking at that video.
Amazing. Okay, I will count you in. I will give you a warning at 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. And I will take notes because I will ask silly questions. Yeah, puppy eyes don't work with Helia. That is correct. That is people learned that this isn't working. I can't be bribed.
But does it work on chat? Okay, does it work on chat? Because that's what I'm trying to bribe is the masses. Okay.
Probably. Honestly, if I look who's in, yeah, probably. Let's be honest.
Yippee.
I will count you in.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so to start off, by the end of this, you guys better play Monster Rancher 4 with me. We'll figure it out. I don't care what we gotta do. All right, so let's start with a little bit of history of Monster Rancher. So in the USA, we got Monster Rancher before we got Pokemon. That's something people don't know. It's another monster raising game and anime series. And Monster Rancher 4, I can't talk too much about the anime and all that history, or I won't have time to talk about Monster Rancher 4, and that's what we're here for. But Monster Rancher 4 was the first game in the series that actually tied the continuity of all of the games and the anime together. Before Monster Rancher 4, the games were their own existence, and then the anime had its own thing. Because the anime is technically an isekai, right? So the main character is like Monster Rancher is a game in the real world, and the main character was the best at that game. He gets isekai'd into the game because it turns out it's not a game, it's a universe, very Digimon style. And they are going through the horrors, and they need somebody to help them fight the Dark Lord, Moo. And you did hear that right, Moo, like the sound that a cow makes. That's what the main bad guy of the anime, his name is the evil Moo, okay? And so they were two completely different universes until Monster Rancher 4. In the anime, you hear Moo talking about something called the Dark Age. The Dark Age was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, where an evil cow, that's what I'm saying. But hundreds and hundreds of years ago, there was a war where there was another Dark Lord who was modifying the monsters. And using it to try and wipe out humanity so they could take over the world, and it would just be a monster world, right? Before that, humans and monsters really got along, so it was just a lot of manipulation against the monsters. They called that the Dark Age. There was a big war, and during that, humans had no choice but to trap the monsters into the discs. And when you play the game, the discs are what you get the monsters back out of, right? So they recorded their existences. All of the monsters were put into discs, and that was the only way that the humans could survive. There is a great and powerful monster that is a phoenix called Suzaku, and Suzaku is the only one that can defeat the Dark Lords, and is also the one that puts the monsters into the discs, right, to protect humanity, with the intention of sometime in the future, the monsters can come back. They just needed things to get better, right? So that's the story of the anime. The games had nothing to do with that until Monster Rancher 4, when they suddenly, partway through the game, you start hearing people talking about the Dark Age again. That was hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and this Dark Lord and the monsters and people getting locked into these discs and monsters getting locked into these discs. So for the first time ever in the continuity, it was all tied together, and now we know that the Dark Ages and the anime, Monster Rancher 4, is happening right in the middle of that timeline, right? So that's why Monster Rancher 4 is a lot of people's favorites, because it's the first one to have a storyline, and the story is really good and kind of really hard to get, because you have to be really good at the game to unlock the lore. So it kind of forces you to really play the game, right?
Oh no.
Right. Yeah. So as a child, because I was a child when this came out, I was struggling hard to try and get this lore. And it was 23 years ago. So there was not a lot of information on the internet where you could cheat and figure it out. You were on your own, right? So let's talk about how the game actually works now, right? So, like I said before, there are monsters in the stone tablets, and to awaken a monster, you take the tablets that you either find. There's some that you can buy from shops. There's not very many you can buy from shops. You usually have to find it by exploring the old ruins from the war. Take a sip of water right now. I am right here. Watch. Okay. I know you could see it with your heart and your pure soul. You could see me taking the water. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So usually you have to go exploring to get the discs, and usually normal people can't do that. You have to be because there's like archaeology to it. You don't want to like break the old ruins and stuff, but you want to acquire the tablets, and a lot of the times you have to have monsters with you to get through the process in the first place. So normal people just don't do that. They don't get tablets, they don't get monsters. You have to go through special training, and there's schools that you go to get the right to do it, right? Like the FIMBA, FIMBA, there is like the biggest school for it. And you have to go get special training. You go for years to get the right to do it. They teach you how to they call it monster breeding, but it's not really monster breeding. You're just raising the monsters. And then whenever you can combine them together, and it's not like when two monsters love each other very much, that's not what it is. You're actually physically combining these two monsters together, right? But so you get the tablets, and then you go to special shrines. They're like holy places where you go, and there's the special mechanics that you have to use to pull the monster back out of the shrine. And then the breeders take these monsters and they raise them. You raise them for anything you want, really. Like you can just, if you are trained for it, you can just go get a monster and then just go have a cool monster pet friend, right? But the majority of people, because it is a video game and there has to be something you have to be able to do in the video game, is monster battles, right? Because a lot of them like to fight. So you take the monsters, you raise them, you train them in, like attack, defense, intelligence, like the normal monster raising things. And then you just keep working with them to get them stronger. And then you take them to the battles. There's like a monthly calendar that you have to keep track of, and you have to put them into battles that they are the right rank for. And then you go through the ranks, and as you are winning them, your monster breeder rank also goes up. And the only way to unlock the story is to raise that rank, right? So it takes fucking forever because your monsters also have a lifespan. This isn't like quick work. Your monsters, there's sometimes, especially in the early game, where you'll have a monster for 4 years and you won't make it out of rank D. But then as your monster is getting older, and the game does warn you as they're getting older, you have little things where you celebrate their birthdays for a few minutes, and but as they get older, because monsters don't have as long a lifespans, they're very much like animals in that way. Once they're getting older and they can't battle anymore, there are facilities that you can take them to, where you can essentially like freeze the monsters, and you can combine the monsters with other monsters, and that doesn't like kill the monster or anything like that. It's very much you're making a new monster, but it still has parts and memories from the monsters that you combine together, right? So not to bring up Homestuck and Hydrafixation, but it's like how a kernel sprite gets like combined with other things. I'm sorry, I'm doing this to you. But so it's like you're not like destroying something and like ship of Theseusing something, right? It's these two things are combining together, and yes, there's something new, but compartmentalized in them are the two monsters that you combine together. So like you're not losing anything. To me, that was a really big deal when I was a kid, because it fucking scared the shit out of me, that I was just like, oh my god, they're either going to die or I'm going to force them to be something else, and I did not like that. So finding out that that's not how it worked was a big deal to me when I was a little kid. It's kind of like Steven Universe. Yeah, I did. I haven't watched Steven Universe in a long time. I didn't even think about that. That's probably more topical than Homestuck. But So, and when you combine monsters, the first monster that you pick for the combination, that's the body base for the monster, right? And then the next monster that you combine into that monster is going to change what it looks like. So, in Monster Rancher 4, there's 34 or 35 base monsters. Which you're seeing some of them in this video, like you're seeing dragons and wolves and golems and mochi and suezo and all these different little garus, like you're seeing all these little different types, like what they look like. If you combine another monster into them, they still have that basic body shape, but they take on traits from the monster that you combine them with, including like if you combine them with a pixie, they're going to be faster. But they're going to be a little bit of a glass cannon because it's going to lower their defense. Or if you combine them with a golem, they're going to be really, really slow, but they're going to be really powerful. Because the main gameplay, other than raising the monsters, because you do it for weeks at a time, and each week you set them up to do a different training regimen, and you go and actually in like a 3D space on your farm, go and talk to the monsters, interact with them, help them train, give them gifts, take care of them, things like that. So you get really close to them and you learn a lot about them. Well, as much as you can for a PS2 game that's 23 years old. It was very cutting edge for the time, okay? But you start training up all these aspects, and then when they get a little bit too old, instead of forcing them to battle, because if you force them to battle when they get too old, they can get hurt and they can die. So you don't do that. Then you fuse them with another monster. Usually you've been raising these monsters at the same time. You fuse them together, and then they've got all the best aspects of their previous versions of themselves, and also have the ability to train to be better than they were. So it's just a whole lot of raising these monsters through generations to make them like strong enough to continue the story, basically, right? To raise your ranks. But you can. Oh, thank you. But you can also go on explorations with them. I mentioned a little bit a few minutes ago. You can take your monsters with you because you are like trained to do it, right? You can take your monsters with you on expeditions, and while you're going on these expeditions, you can find items that the monsters like. You can find new stones that you've never seen before. As a matter of fact, the monster Phoenix, the only way you can find Phoenix is to find it in the ruins. You have to find the disc for him. And if you're not a high enough rank, the monster just won't come out of that stone. So I remember when I was a kid, I was so mad because I found Phoenix's stone, but I wasn't a high enough rank to get Phoenix out of the stone. So I just had it sitting in my inventory taunting me while I was trying to figure out how to get to S rank. Literally, right? Which I guess it makes sense. Phoenix is a god. They're not just going to come out for some Joe Schmo that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. But come on now. I worked so hard. Now. To talk about the part that is maybe one of the funnest parts for me, the way that you actually get the stones, like the gameplay mechanic of getting the stones, obviously you can go and you can find them, you can buy the basic ones from the store, but the way you actually get the stone tablets in Monster Rancher 4 is you go to the shrine, and then when you start the process, it has you open up the PS2, take the game out, and put another disc in. Any disc, any DVD, any video game, anything like that, as long as the PS2 can read it. That's how you get a monster. So every DVD, every CD, every video had different monsters on it. So yeah, I mean, it was everything to me. And in Monster Rancher 4, there were 328 monsters, which was huge for back then. So to get all 328 monsters, the only thing you could do was scan the discs, right? So and then combine the monsters. Once you get them in your compendium, you don't have to use the same disc to get them back out. You can get them out of the compendium after that, right? So once you get a monster for the first time, you have access to getting them back out of the compendium. But it was very much a collect everything you can, right? So Cafe and I would spend hours and hours and hours sitting in front of the TV. I still have the notebooks. Actually, I've got the notebooks in my closet right now where we would just sit. We would borrow DVDs and games from friends and family members. Whenever you could still go to video and game rental stores, we would rent things to come and like, we lived down the street from a local like video game or a movie rental place, and we would be there sometimes every day just to like rent things and then like, you know, bring it back. Or like the library was a good one because the library had you could just rent things for free, and we were a couple blocks away from the library, so we would just go get everything we could get our hands on and just find every monster we could. And we did, actually. We found every single monster you could and every single combination you could, but it took years and years and years of searching and combining and going through the actual story, because like I said, a lot of the stronger monsters you can't get until you are like a high enough rank to get them. So you would scan a DVD and it would say, you're not a high enough rank for this monster. And then you're like, okay, is this going to be Phoenix? Is this going to be Joker? Is this going to be like, well, like what monster is this? Because then you have to take note of that, and you just go, I don't know what this is. We have to come back to this when we're a higher rank, right? And then it's just like, it itched the right part of my brain. Like it's just like, I'm very neurotypical, and the collect everything I can, take all the notes and do the studies for it was like everything for me. So, and on that note, for that reason, a lot of people don't think that Monster Rancher can exist in the modern time. Thank you. A lot of people don't think that Monster Rancher can exist in the same way in the modern time because a lot of people don't have physical media. And to that I say, shut up, because they re-released Monster Rancher 1 and 2, and the way that they implemented in that is they have a what do you call it? A database on the actual game where you can type in the name of basically damn near any game, CD, or movie that you can think of, and they'll pull it up in the database, and then you can select that like you're putting that into the console. And I need that for me. I want that now. And I want it for Monster Rancher 4 because it's better than 1 and 2. And if the community heard me say that, they may come for me. And I'm ready to die on this hill. I'll die in the Hydrafixation stream to say Monster Rancher 4 is better than 1 and 2. Come at me, Germa. I know your opinion on this, and I will destroy you.
Germa, please wait outside. Thank you.
Germa, wait outside the tavern. I will meet you there. But so, like... I don't know. It's like, I understand, because for me, a lot of my happiest memories was me and Cafe sitting on the floor in front of the TV together, like with stacks of DVDs and CDs around us, like finding everything we could and then working together to raise these monsters. Because we obviously played on our own, but it was so like important for us to see the monsters be raised that it didn't feel like you were waiting your turn when you were watching the other one play, because like, oh, this little Antillian that you're raising, I watched him come out of the stone. I want to see what you can do with him. I want to see if he can win this battle. Is he fast enough? Is he strong enough? You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. Those were just my favorite memories. And while I would miss the feeling of sitting down with all the physical media around you and taking the notes and everything, you can still get that from the databanks. And they've already done that for us for Monster Rancher 1 and 2 for the re-release, which I think just came out last year. It might have been the year before. Time's an illusion and it all blends in together. But they also, a couple years ago, just re-released a new Monster Rancher that's based in Ultraman, where instead of raising monsters, you're raising kaiju, like the kaiju from Ultraman, and it's the same thing. You're supposed to be raising them to like be able to battle, and you're keeping them like under control, and they've got like it's like you have to play with them and you have to let them battle or they'll go ape shit and destroy a town. And if you raise them wrong, Ultraman shows up, beats your kaiju's ass, and then tells you you're a bad person for not doing better. And it's so good, and everyone should go play that game, but I also really need them to re-release Monster Rancher 4. And there was 2 different Ultramen, so you didn't even know which Ultraman was going to show up to whip your ass for it, but either way, you're getting scolded for it. Oh, also, I've only got 2 minutes left, so let me just squeeze a little bit of the story in there without actually spoiling everything for Monster Ranger 4. Whenever you're playing as a character named Fane, who for some reason got kicked out of Fimba, the school, right? He got accused of something that he insists he didn't do, but you don't know what he did until almost the end of the game. And you so you're playing as this character, and he was kicked out of Fimba. He's not supposed to be raising these monsters, but Caesar, who runs the shrine, and his daughter Rio, and Rio is the girl that you're seeing in the music video, decided that they were going to help you anyways, right? Because they know that you're a good person. They don't necessarily agree with what Fimba did to you, so they give you a beat up old like farm. Think like
Last minute.
Thank you. They think like Harvest Moon Rune Factory. Your uncle died. You get the old beat up farm. You start fixing it up so you can raise the monsters. And so Fane is raising these monsters. Rio is there to help him because nobody raises a monster on their own. They have to have somebody there for backup. Rio somehow has the ability to talk to these monsters. That's not a normal thing. Rio, as the game is going, is having visions of things that we don't understand. And also there's scientists doing experimentations on monsters and altering them, which, if you remember what I said earlier, is not a good sign for things to come. So as you're going through the game, you're finding out what's going on with Rio, what happened to Fane, what these scientists are doing, and then without saying anything else, there's a really big, huge battle at the end that's fucking crazy. 10 out of 10, best game. I love this game. Everyone go play this game with me. There's 10 seconds left for me to tell you that you have no choice but to play this video game with me, okay?
Done. Perfect. Perfect. Holy shit. That was aimed. Damn.
I'm a professional yapper, okay?
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Let me give you some confetti for that. There we go. Holy shit! Now take a drink. Take a damn sip of something.
I am right now. Here we go.
Let's fucking go. Also, let me put out the Coco Melon for a second because I didn't even watch the Coco Melon. That just went by me. I have so many questions on topic and very off topic. Oh yeah, stretching, sitting up. That's actually a good idea. Oh.
Hang on, my headset is wireless, so you guys are coming with me to my refrigerator to get more water.
Immaculate. Also, every time you guys redeem a stretch, do you know how hard it is to stretch 4 meters of spine? Do you know that? It's fucking insane. I think 10 feet in freedom units, if anyone wants to know. 10.
That's 10. Too many feet.
Yeah, but the snake body is like from head to tail tip. I'm like 10 feet long. Is this even 10 feet? Let me look that up.
Well, but does it feel good? I feel like sometimes I crack my spine and it feels like
it's
really good.
It's 13
like
feet. Never fucking mind. It's 13 feet.
Too many feet.
Yeah,
I'm taking some away right now.
It does, but the nice thing is you can just wrap yourself around a tree and then hold tight, and then that usually helps. It's a bit easier.
I feel like that would also feel good, like you'd be popping all your bones in the right way.
Yeah, it's just usually loud and disturbs the other people.
Well, that's on them.
Too many feet
they need to get
for
better.
Someone without feet. That's correct.
True. Oh, also, Cafe's right. The gameplay loop is a lot like Uma Musume for people who like Uma Musume, because it's just raising the monsters, treating them like babies, getting through their story, and doing it again.
This is now my official open call for someone to get on Hydrafixation and explain Uma Musume to me, because I still have no idea what's going on there.
So somebody else will have to. All I know is cute horse girl, go fast.
Exactly. I volunteer stream. What just sent me a DM somewhere. I put you. No, but yeah, because the thing is, everyone started playing it, and I was like, okay, I know the horse girls are named after real racehorses, and they're racing, and I like that everyone just adopted them. That's all I know. But yeah, what just send me a DM somewhere. We can do this. We can do this. I'm putting you on the list of. Yeah.
I do love Uma Musume, and I watched Oguri Cap's anime, and it was fucking peak. But I guess I just don't know the lore as well as most people do.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not into gacha games, so I'm out for shit like this per se. Also, it's for me not interesting enough to actually watch people play it. As Coco Melon, it's fine, but everything else it just doesn't work. So, I just didn't. So yes, sure. Also, yeah, Mira, fucking go to bed. I know how late it is in your end of the world. Jeez.
Good night, Mira. Thank you for hearing me yap for 20 minutes straight.
Yes. Also, if you guys have to drop out, there is a VOD. That's what the VOD is for, so you guys can yap more. I have questions. And I'm now asking myself if I want to ask you the non-Monster Rancher questions first, but I'm scared where we get there. Okay, first off, how many games do we actually have in that series by now?
That's a great question. Let me double check that for you, because they're not all numbered. Hold on. I mean, after Monster Rancher 4, they stopped numbering them, because after Monster Rancher 4, it's Monster Rancher Evo, which is also good, and they're in a circus, and that's great.
That's like trying to find out what the Fast and the Furious franchise order is, because nah.
There are over 15, and they say over 15 because it depends on if you count things like the kaiju raising game and stuff. But there's over 15 games.
Okay.
And they're not all tied in together. You can play them individually. It does not matter.
That sounds like a lot, but I'm now also asking myself how many Pokemon gens there are.
Let's find out how many Pokemon games are there.
Yeah. I mean, it's double to triple depending on like the editions, but how many gens are there?
Oh, just the gens? That's gonna be different.
Yeah,
because games there's like 1.5 million.
We're in Gen 10.
We're on Gen 10. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to say, oh my god, 50 Monster Rancher games is so much, and I was like, wait a second, how many Pokemon gens have we? Yeah, and then you have all the little side games.
Right.
Damn.
There's like, and then they released, like, there for a long time they were doing 2 games and then the 3rd game in the same gen. So I mean, you've probably got, and then including all of the like side games and stuff, I'm sure there's like 200 Pokemon games.
Probably.
I mean, Pokemon Snap and like all of the side games for sure. I could have talked about Pokemon Snap too.
Did you guys know that there's also actually there's a Pokemon sleeping app? Did you know there's also a Pokemon toothbrushing app?
No.
Yeah.
I want it.
Where you have a timer, and if you do it correctly, and it gives you like an order on how to brush your teeth. That is honestly kind of cool for kids and neurodivergent people, and then you can, collect some things. That's kind of cool, honestly. I really like that.
That's cute. I like gamifying things for me.
Yes, yes.
It just makes things more entertaining, so I am more motivated to do it.
Because we're so neurotypical. 122 known. Get fucked, Pokemon. What the fuck? That is holy shit. That's incredibly ridiculous. Damn. Also, other question. Did you ever own a Tamagotchi?
Yes.
How did that go for you mentally?
Really good till it died. I was distraught. I was fucking distraught about that. The Tamagotchis, I had one actual Tamagotchi and then it died and I was too sad to keep going. But I did have the Digivices, like the Digivice Tamagotchis.
Oh, yeah,
and that one
I remember those.
Those ones were so much easier for me because when a Digimon passes on, they just go back into an egg and you get your friend back. Tamagotchi, they fucking die.
No, because when you said the Monster Rancher monsters just like, get older and then they can die, I was like, did Hincaru ever have a Tamagotchi? Can we psychoanalyze that?
So here's a fun fact. If you like psychoanalyzing my mental health issues, I've got a story for you.
Oh, let's fucking
go. Monster Rancher 3 was the only game in the series I had played at the time that had my favorite monster. My favorite monster is not in Monster Rancher 4. My favorite monster is called Worm, and he's huge, and he's a baby.
Send me a picture and I can show it to people.
Okay, hold on. Let me find Monster Rancher. Worm spelled with a Y. Let me find him. They have like references to worm in 4, but you can't raise a worm. But anyway, he was my. I don't want a web pea. Give me the regular kind, okay?
Could VTuber be classified as Tamagotchi? I mean, no,
Kind
but
of.
that would honestly. Okay. Corpos of this world, hear me out. VTuber mascots as Tamagotchis.
We're kind of like Tamagotchis because people have to tell us to like drink and stretch and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm sending you
but imagine as
game
merch,
model.
You can have little mascot Tamagotchis. That would be so cool.
I would raise Zaid, and I would never let anything bad befall him. Okay, I sent you the game model and the anime model of Worm, and I understand that my idea of what's cute is a little bit fucked up compared to what other people think are cute.
Honestly, knowing you now for, I don't know, how long? 2 years now? Almost? No, that tracks.
I love him. He's my little guy.
Yeah, let me pull that up for you. That's just...
He's my little guy, you know? He's my fucked up little guy.
Yeah,
you know who else is my fucked up little guy? Apollo. Do you see how it like?
Yeah,
do you see how
I know. I know you're fucked up little guys, and I'm like, yeah, that just tracks. Okay, that will be. Maybe I will. Oh god, that's probably. Oh no, it's not even that big of a picture. I was like, will I jump scare you with Worm?
Look at him. That's my baby boy, and he's fucking huge, by the way. Like, he's so massive that's why he's not in 4. They couldn't make him fit
there we go.
In the they couldn't make him fit in the farm that you have, right, in Monster Rancher 4, so that's why you couldn't raise him, because he's a big boy. But he was my favorite. In the anime, he was my favorite. There's a very tragic story that happened with that worm in the anime, very traumatizing, but I love him. That's my little guy. So Monster Rancher 3 was the first game I could play of Monster Rancher, so I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know monsters could die, but I got my worm, and I was delighted. I got my little guy, I was raising him, we were having a great time, and then he died, and I didn't know that you could freeze them. I didn't know that they could die. I didn't know that was going to happen. So here I am, little tiny, itty bitty me, right? Because the 4 came out in 2003 when I was like, how fucking old was I? Like 10 or 11 or something. So whenever 3 came out, I was a lot younger. I was like maybe like 8 or 9 or something, I think. And I coming off of being traumatized by the anime, got the game, was playing, had my cute little guy, and then he died, and I was distraught. And the worst part of it all is that when your monsters die, they don't just die. Like the whenever you go to talk to your monsters, it would take you through like a camera thing. Like the camera would show you your monster where you could go and talk to him. The camera showed you their grave where the vines grew up out of the ground and was like holding up their stone, right? So I was distraught. I turned that game off and I never played it again. I didn't play Monster Rancher again until 4. So everything wrong with me stems from that trauma. You're curious about it.
That is also, and you know, the good thing is we're roughly the same age. That's the thing about being that fucking old, when the only way you had to learn about how games work is either because it was in the booklet the game came with, where you actually had to read how it works, or you had like solution books, like walkthrough books, because you couldn't just go to the internet and ask Reddit if you can unfuck that.
Right.
Different time, guys.
It was even to this day, Monster Rancher has a very dedicated, wonderful, beautiful fan base that's still working. I'm in their Discord, right? I'm like in the fan Discord for Monster Rancher, and they are still to this day like making tournaments and working. I think I'm not 100% sure if Germa used them, because Germa does Monster Rancher tournaments fairly frequently for such old games. But like they set up tournaments, they do like donations and fundraising, and like it's still like a really dedicated fan base that never really died. They're just in a little pocket of the internet, and even with that dedication, we don't have everything for these games because they're so old and so hard to play now. Like I went to get gameplay to have playing in the background for this, and my PS2 stopped working.
What is it with your household and getting fucked over by technology and not being able to have presentations ready? What is that?
That's the curse. That's our family curse.
That's It's ridiculous that it happened to both of you.
That is a very normal curse in our family. That's just how it goes.
Because if you didn't know, I had a cafe over a while ago, honestly, to talk about another old game. So you should watch that, actually, because that was very funny. And we also talked about monster fucking at the end. I don't know what happened there.
That's why it's called Hydrafixation.
Yeah, also talking about that, because I have no idea how that will end. Monster fucking, you say? Yeah, I will talk about that in a minute because I googled moo and I was like, yeah, Flapjack would like that. I will come back to that in a minute. Yeah. Can you tell me in like a minute who the fuck Jerma is? Because I genuinely don't know who that guy is, despite, well, probably a streamer and on my knowledge.
Yes, well, yeah, actually, that's about all you need to know about him. He's just like he's been streaming for like, God, what, like 15 years? Like since streaming existed, he's been streaming. He started off just doing things for Team Fortress 2, and then it evolved. He's a funny motherfucker. He's one of the most creative people out there. When they made the Streamer Awards, they made an award just for him called League of His Own. Because you can't match him. He like, it's not just playing video games. He set up a whole carnival and had chat controlling the machines at the carnival. He did a whole baseball stream where he got teams together that he just made shit up, and it was like Looney Tunes shit happening. Like people running through, like painting holes on walls and running through it, and then somebody else slamming into it because it's like a wall. He like, the Dollhouse stream, he had a 3-day event where it was basically you were playing The Sims with him. He was walking around a house that they had built, and chat was deciding what he was going to do, if he was going to eat, if he was going to sleep, if he was going to work. And so like he really is just something else. If you ever have time, go watch him.
Honestly,
He's just a riot.
It's amazing that he got to a point of having resources to do shit like this.
It's just 100% because people loved him. He's just like, I don't want to sound like a psychopath, but he's just an icon. Like the streaming as it exists now would not exist without Jerma. He's just kind of like the guy. He's semi-retired now, which like good for him, because he was streaming like 6 days a week for like 15 years, bro. I don't know how he did, but
please chill, man.
But he's calmed way down, but he still streams pretty often, and like there's fan games made of him. It's weird, but this is something we all have in common. It's almost like if a VTuber fan base existed for a regular streamer, because like his fans do everything, like the coolest shit for him, but it's not stuff that you see for a whole lot of like just IRL streamers. Usually it's usually what you would see for like a VTuber, and a lot of people joke around and say he was like the first VTuber because he's so over animated and insane, but like he's great.
Good, now I finally have context, because I'm having that name thrown around for ages and I never got actually to look him up, because I also don't want it, because until now there is just some cryptid that's just, I don't know, that's something that exists.
He is very much like a cryptid, yeah.
Which is cool.
Maybe the best thing about him is that he loves Monster Rancher, That's maybe the best part about Jerma. But he's always got like 20,000 people watching him. And one time he was playing Monster Rancher 2, and I struggle with that game really bad. And he was doing so well on it. And even though his chat was going at 100 million miles an hour, he managed to see me go, how do you have so much money at this point? I'm struggling. And he actually stopped what he was doing to explain it to me, one person out of 20,000 people who gave a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons, we like people who do that. I think that's also just important to explain games. I think if I have the time for that, I hate you guys, honestly. I'm shit at monster games like this, by the way. But if I get an like emulator for that, would you sit down with me and coach me through that?
Yeah, and actually, like for Monster Rancher 4 specifically, because they've never remade it with the database in it, if you wanted to play Monster Rancher 4, you can play it with the complete compendium already in it, so you can have whatever monsters you want. Now, starting off with a disc, like me saying you can combine monsters, starting off with a combined monster is not going to give you the same strength as raising a monster, because raising a monster and then combining it together is combining strengths and also raising their aptitude to get better. So you could theoretically do that and start with a basic monster from the compendium and not like cheat your way through, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, if I get to run that, I need help. That's the same with when I told Russo, I would actually try to play Mario Kaizo if you help me. Which I've now made I talked about that literally 2 days ago. I'm making a donathon soon to fund a real full-body Live 2D model. And I actually put playing Mario Kaizo as one of the higher goals. As in, I'm actually sitting down and investing time in this. And I so have to ask Russo to help me with that shit, because I will die. I will die, guys.
Yeah. Russo, there is nobody on this earth that is more inspiring genuinely.
Genuinely!
To, like, never fucking stop.
It's
Russo
ridiculous!
Is something else.
Fucking hate that guy. No, honestly, that Hydrafixation changed something in my brain.
Like, and I watched that Hydrafixation. I fucking love Russo anyways, but like there's just genuinely, and watching Russo stream, like a lot of times, because Russo streams while I'm at work, a lot of the time I'll just turn him on, because it's like ASMR, watching him just do the same thing over and over again until he gets it right. And if he gets even a fraction of a second further, that's good data, and we keep going and we take those wins. And I want to be like Russo. That's what I want to be. Maybe Kaizo Mario would fix me and make me a better person.
Honestly, that is, I had that whole talk with him, so I keep it short, but I hate frustrating games. But he changed my perspective a bit, so yeah, that's why I'm playing Hollow Knight, actually. I should continue playing Hollow Knight. I'm curious how scanning discs works. Would it give different results if I make adjustments to the same disc, changing name or and the content of the same disc?
So the disc, it reads the data on the disc. There's something on the data that it reads. So like if you take 2 DVDs and it's the same movie and it's the same release of that movie, you're going to get the same monster from it. And that's because there were a lot of special monsters that you could only get by scanning certain things, certain games and certain movies. Like Kasumi from Dead or Alive, you could get Kasumi as a pixie if you scanned Dead or Alive into the game. So it had to be able to read that data. And then there's the funniest one is there's a mochi that looks like it's dressed like Austin Powers that you could get if you scanned Goldmember, right? Nice. So like and you can get them in other ways. It's just like Kasumi, you couldn't. It could only be Dead or Alive because that's like it's a very specific character. But because the Austin Powers one wasn't like a collab, it was just like a reference to it. If you scanned other games or movies that had somebody that's kind of dressed or kind of resembles Austin Powers, you could get them that way too. But they have to be able to like read the data on the disc to go, okay, this is Austin Powers Goldmember. Here's your funny little mochi, you know? I now kind of want to know how that works in depth. I have no idea how technology works, but now I kind of wanna, because that is
ridiculous, honestly.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see the Austin Powers mochi? You want me to send you a picture?
Yeah, please. Sure, why not?
Hold on.
I also actually wrote down a question. Did you guys actually watch the movies you rented out for that, or?
A lot of the time they were movies we had already seen, because we had this thing where we were really trying to, like, we and our little our little child hearts, right? We wanted our favorite monsters to be in our favorite movies, and it didn't work out that way. But you know,
give me a second. I did expect a lot, but not that. That's the.
Listen, he's peak. Okay, I raised one of these.
That's amazing.
Look at him. He's perfect.
Immaculate. That is
He's that's my little guy. That's my little baby. Hold on,
so
I told you before stream about Suezo. So there's two like really iconic monsters for the Monster Rancher series because of the anime, and it is Mochi, which this is a Mochi combined with Austin Powers. If you take the suit and the glasses off, it's just a normal Mochi, but it's Mochi and it's Suezo. And Mochi is one of the easiest monsters to raise. They're just sweet little beans, right?
Aww.
Suezo is by far the hardest monster to raise. He's a diva, okay? He is very hard to raise. And also, he's terrifying, and anything you combine him with becomes nightmare fuel. I'm sending you Suezo right now.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah, they all have cute little descriptions. There's some of them are like whenever you get the special ones, like you can see on that Mochi one, it says at the top next to OP Mochi, you can see it's this the logo of Mochi combined with a question mark. Whenever it's a question mark, that means it's not combined with another monster. You don't know what the fuck is going on, right? It just turned out that way. So when you find those, they're usually like they have like something about them that's way higher. Like that one has 195 speed off the bat, which is a lot higher than a lot of monsters have off the bat. You know what I mean? So they're special in more than one way, but also you're raising Austin Powers.
Honestly, I'm reading the Suezo description, and I feel that. I feel that. That's me. That's me.
There's just like a lot of really cool ones and a lot of really cool combinations. There was another one I wanted to show you, but I can't remember.
Also, in that context, what is the most cursed combination?
I'm glad you asked. Well, it's always somebody combined. It's always somebody combined with Suezo. But hold on, let me. Oh, man, I really
need to.
Hold on, let me show you.
I want the.
Let me show you the funniest Naga.
Okay,
I'm gonna show you the funniest Naga one. Okay,
is it the cowboy one?
It's the cowboy one.
Oh my god, I remember.
Wild
that. West
Naga.
Yeah. Send it over because I remember that. I think you showed me that one. In combination, when we first talked about it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you showed me that thing, and I was like, sure. It's a manatee Naga cowboy.
He's everything. He's perfect. That's what peak perfection is, I fear.
That's the true male form. Guys, why don't you look like that?
If you don't look like this, you're not trying hard enough. Sorry. Also, he just always says, oh dear, and I really feel that in my soul.
Yeah, true. Is that chest hair? Yeah, seemingly it is.
Yes. Yeah, that's... Okay, here it is. This one, legitimately, as a little kid, this one used to scare me. Because I thought he was going to eat me. Hold on. This a little kid Hincaru would tell you that this is the most disturbing monster in the game.
Oh, no. Oh, the tongue shoulder pads. That's...
Yeah, anything that you mix with Suezo is going to come out cursed.
That is... Yeah.
Like, even Pixie. Like, Pixies are normally, like, no matter what you do, Pixies are always cute, right? It doesn't matter what demon you're mixing a Pixie with, they usually are adorable, right? But even the Pixie Suezo is a little bit too cursed for me. Hold on. Like, she's still cute, but like it's almost they're so hard to raise because they're Suezos that it's almost not worth it. Because if you're raising a Suezo mixed monster, you are asking for sorrow and pain and frustration. I just sent the pixie version of Suezo. I would like for you to notice that her bikini is an open mouth, I believe, is what we're looking at here.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. See that, and that's the most normal Suezo combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
it sure is.
Were different times, guys. That is.
There's also a duck monster that if you combine it with anything, it turns out really cute and silly. This is a beetle combined with him, for instance.
It is silly. It is indeed silly. Cute is.
Do you want to see what he looks like on his own when you're not mixing him with anything? The duck, he's just charming. He's just a silly little guy. Also a nightmare to raise, but just a silly little guy.
He looks okay. That looks like a character from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. If you his space form, that is, yeah.
Oh, also, somebody was asking earlier, if you put in a disc that's been tampered with or it can't read the data right, there's one specific monster you'll always get. And if you get this monster, that means there's something wrong with the data, right? And it's this little Mushtan, right? And I actually raised them because I think they're cute.
Why do you get... That's interesting that you get a little shroom for... Yeah, that's... Okay.
I think it's just because it's like he's always where he's not supposed to be. It's like a play on this disc is rotted, so you're getting fungus out of it kind of thing. Right?
Interesting.
There's also a monster called Joker, right? And Joker is just kind of inherently evil. I think he had a different name in Japan, but I can't remember. We called him Joker because Americans don't have any whimsy in their heart, and they were just like, haha, Batman reference. But anything you mix him with turns out metal as hell, and I love him. And now if you scold Joker, he holds up his scythe and goes to cut your head off, and it takes every ounce of his power not to do that.
That's just a guy.
Kind of. He's kind of a demon. They're very violent, and there's stories of them just straight up killing their breeders and stuff. Like, most people won't raise them. They're really dangerous. But I always had one because I was an edgy little cringe lord. So I always had to have one. And mixing them with anything makes them 100% cooler. Like, for instance, when you mix them with Pixie, you get Flapjack. Here, I'm sending.
Oh. Oh god. I'm already hyped to see my download folder in like a week or two and be like, what the fuck happened?
There's this really fucking adorable monster that's based on a bell, and when you mix her with Joker, it's me. I've just decided it's me. And then when you're being mean to me, this is who you're being mean to. The little description. It's a really hard worker, so it's always worn out and its clothes are ragged, but it thinks it doesn't matter that what it wears as long as it does its best. It's like it's so bad at being evil.
Oh, that's adorable. That's
like, isn't it cute? And there's so many of them. When you mix them with Joker, they just turn out scary. And then that one's just a little baby, doing her best. Like, here, for instance, here's the plant. When you mix it, this is the same species as that Mushtan that I sent you. When you mix it with Joker, it turns into that.
Yeah, okay. That is
truly terrifying.
And
not every monster can like combine together either. So you end up with like for instance, I don't think you can combine Suezo and the Joker together, so you can't get anything from those two.
I love the chat from, that's a little guy, cute. Oh,
oh dear. Yeah.
Ah,
There's also antlins, which are just ant monsters. There's a whole group of those that are based on the Power Rangers. So you can get Power Ranger ants too.
copyright. Never heard of her. But also, I pulled up a picture of the bad guy.
Oh
Or I
yes,
didn't. Or
the
I didn't.
certified
Where is he?
flapjack wood.
There he
Hold
is.
on, I might. Oh moo. Let me see if I can find
Thank
the
you.
bad guy.
Thank you, Flapjack. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the bad guy from Monster Rancher 4. His name's like Zevion, I think. No, I spelled his name wrong. I'm so
I
stupid.
know.
Zevion.
I know. How to spell?
Okay. I don't know how to spell usual words, and then they throw Zevion at me. It's a little hard to see, but this is also, maybe even more so than the last guy, a certified flapjack wood. And this is who Moo wants to be. Moo is biting his whole style, is what he's doing.
That exists. What even? Wait. What am I looking at? What am I even looking at here?
That is Flapjack's wife, I believe. Let me see. There's another version of them.
But what am I looking at here anatomically? I'm a bit lost.
An alien of some sort, I assume. Here's another. They have like a bunch of different forms you got to go through. They've got a more femme presenting one too. Let me see. And by femme presenting, I mean like how they make everything femme presenting back then is that they threw.
Oh
a
my
rack
god,
on them.
why is that so huge? It just overrun us. Oh my god, hell.
For the people,
There
I
we
think.
go. It really just got boobs.
Yeah, they really did just throw some boobs on him, yeah. But also, we love the gender swapping. We love the forward thinking, Dark Lord, do what you want, represent yourself any which way you want to.
Okay, she just stays here now for the rest of the stream.
Yes, but that is when I was talking about the dark age of the monsters being manipulated and augmented against their will. Zevion they're not a good person. This is the person that was doing that. They were trying to kill all the humans, take over the world, be the leader of the monster world, and they were augmenting monsters to make them worse, you know? It's not great what they were doing, but also Diva famously boots the house down, if you will.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of which, I think, let me find them. There is a monster, and I don't have any good like gifs of it moving because it has a body that pops out, but this is a monster that's made completely out of the machines that it was trying to like combine other people with. It's an technology from an ancient civilization, and I can't remember exactly if it was Zevion using this to augment monsters into weapons, or if it was humans were making these to try and combat the augmented monsters. But you can combine them with other monsters, and you can get like robot monsters too.
Damn,
it's pretty cool.
Variety.
Cafe always liked the way. Cafe always liked the way that they looked them. Yeah. Hold on. This is the best one. If you combine them with an Antlion, they look like this, and it's very cool. I will talk about this shit all day.
That looks like just a Mega Man variant, if I'm honest.
All of the things combined with the Antlions just look like they belong in Mega Man.
Yeah, that's just like a Mega Man guy, and I know shit about Mega Man too.
That's why I always raised them. I always raised them because I'm a Mega Man. I'm a Mega Man child. But there's like a little storyline, like if you're reading like the descriptions of the monsters, there's like storylines too. And one of the big, like you have to be a high enough rank to scan this disc kind of monster is actually like the villain of the Antlion like Power Ranger subset story. He's like an anti-hero. He's the Dark Antlin.
A Mega Man child? Yeah, seemingly. That's what we're getting.
True.
Okay.
True.
Edgy.
Oh, also,
Edgy.
I know, right? I know, right? There's always the anti-hero is always edgy in tokusatsu. Also, I forgot about this because I never had Ape Escape as a child, but you could also raise the apes from Ape Escape if you had the game to scan into it.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I like the variety, honestly. But how did you get your kid hands on that, by the way? How did that happen?
So that local like video store where you could go to rent things had it there, right? And they had it and we loved it. We loved it a whole lot. So
it was fate.
My dad told them we lost it because we didn't want to bring it back to him because we like it so much. We were a very poor family, you know, so we did what we had to do to get our video games.
Admitting to crimes on stream. That's the Hincaru. That's the Hincaru flavor.
My father committed that crime. Thank you very much.
Damn.
But hey.
Damn.
What's funny though is somebody had already taken the what's it called? The manual out of it. So my uncle went and found the manual online and printed it for me. So I still have it. I still have the stolen game with the printed manual.
I love that this is just a whole family operation.
Oh yeah, we work together to get that shit. Don't worry about it. Listen, all the video rental places are shut down anyways. Like it deserved to be with me, you know? I loved it more than anyone else could. Wait, now I'm starting to wonder, was that this game or was that Final Fantasy X? It might have been Final Fantasy. Either way, one of those games we stole from like a Blockbuster, and the other game we got like by happenstance because somebody told my uncle that they would never find it, and my uncle took it personally.
Yeah, and that family is just a definition of bad.
Listen, who among us didn't steal something from the video store? Let's be real. No, but yeah, I can't remember. It was either this or Final Fantasy X. One of them was loot from not Best Buy, from Blockbuster, and the other one was because my uncle took it personally to find it.
Banger. Absolute. See, this is the show where you get the deep lore.
True. This is where you come to learn all about me.
Okay, back to actually lore shit. You said that those monsters are actually mostly used for fighting, which I take it. Question. Mm-hmm. Like, that's probably more explained in the anime. Are they used for anything else? Like, you know, workers, and yes, I will compare this now to Pokemon, where the Pokemon are actually working animals. And the other thing is, can you eat them?
So the monsters in Monster Rancher are more sentient than Pokemon, and it would be kind of fucked up a little bit to eat them because they very much can think and talk to you and interact with you like a normal person would. I wouldn't try to eat them because they'll probably kill you, but they don't always have to fight. Like, obviously in the games they have to have a mechanic. There like has to be a game in the game, so your monsters want to fight, and then it turns out that you need to train them anyways because the big bad's coming and you have to defeat that Dark Lord, right?
Yeah, the usual.
So it's a good thing you've been training them, you know. But in like the actual story and the lore, they just like can exist and walk around and live on their own, and they do work and they coexist with humans, and like a lot of the times, like in the anime, they did it like you could find the stones and just revive them and just let them be. Like, they don't even have to stay with you. It's just like, hey, welcome back to the real world. Do your thing. You know what I mean? And let them just live their lives.
Be free.
So, yeah. So that's why a lot of the times the breeders and the Fimba members and the archaeologists are just finding them to help them and set them free. And there's like a storyline and like old ruins and like hieroglyphs that they're reading to learn more stories. And like there's people that are trained to read like the actual discs because there's things written on the discs. So you can like see it, and if the right person reads it, they go, oh man, don't let this one out. This one's fucked up and evil, but this one's just a little guy. Let this one out, you know? And there's even been instances of people being trapped in stones, like that, like to try and like a person like. And I can't get too much into it because it'll start giving away like the storyline that everyone has to suffer through, like I suffered through to get the whole story from Monster Rancher 4. But like in the Dark Age, there was an instance, at least one instance of Suzaku seeing a human that was suffering and was going to die, and Suzaku put them in the same disc that he was putting the monsters in, and that person was able to be revived later and brought back. They were brought back as a child, the same way like the monsters are brought back young. They were brought back young too, without a whole lot of memories of what was going on, right? So there are instances where they can do this to people too, but Suzaku has to get involved when that's happening, because it's a little bit beyond people to put people in the stones.
That's not traumatizing at all.
Yeah,
it just happens that. Okay.
Who among us hasn't had their souls trapped in a stone once or twice?
Hey, it just it happens. You get through it. You get funny little coping mechanisms. It is what it is. Honestly, I'm really, really impressed that this lore and this world actually has a school.
Yes.
And you actually have to learn how to do your job, and not like Digimon or Pokemon where it's just like, you're 10 now, let's go, have fun.
Right. Yeah, there's very much the actual lore, and I'm just trying to remember this one off the top of my head, so it might not be 100% accurate, but if I remember right, there were 3 different schools, and they were like the top schools that you could go to that could teach you this, and then they started competing with each other, like our students are better, no, our students are better, and that's how the tournament started. And then the 3 of them got together to make the big tournament, which is what you're raising through the ranks on in the game. But yeah, there were like 3 schools you could go to get that training, and they were all really good but specialized in different things. And if I'm not mistaken, this world is like teased to be in our world just a really fucking long time ago, because they live on Pangea, like before all the continents split apart. So like the world of Monster Rancher takes place on Pangea. And that's why everyone are like able to interact with each other. So, but the lore is so far and few in between on an ancient anime and old games that you kind of have to try and piece things together with the community to figure out what's going on.
Amazing. We love world building. That's just, it happens. No one thought about it really. We're fine. We're doing this.
You gotta have the lore keepers around with the 6 stacks of notebooks in their closet right now that was keeping track of the lore.
Honestly, that feels like something that could have been a MadPad obsession if Five Nights at Freddy wouldn't exist.
Yeah, he got hit with the wrong one.
Yeah,
he should have been hit with this one.
Because that would also be an interesting. Where's my 5 to 15 hour lore essay on Monster Ranchers? My guys, where is it? Where is it?
Don't tempt me. I've got time to kill.
I mean,
setting up my whole YouTube just to drop one 15-hour lore video on Monster Rancher.
It would be fucking funny, honestly. And
it would be pretty great.
The worst thing is people would watch it.
Good, I do. I go and search out the 6-hour Five Nights at Freddy's lore video so I can have something on in the background while I'm working. I seek that shit out.
What's the completely out of that? What's the most interesting or wild Coco Melon video essay you've seen in a while?
Oh, that's tough. Like, it depends. I go through like different bouts of what I want to see. Like a lot of times I'll just go turn on like a lore video for a game series I know I'm never going to have the guts to play, like a horror game series or something. So I'll turn on like Lady of the Lore for like a game series that I'm never going to play, or even like a game series I have no interest in, but like, hey, the lore might be cool. Like God of War, which people hate me for that, but I just don't care about the God of War series. I can't be bothered. I hated Kratos in the first game and I never moved past it.
Damn.
But the lore is
Okay.
really cool, right? I
Wow.
know, right? I know. I catch heat for it all the time, but I love the lore of those games. So I'll sit and watch that lore. Like that, it was like 4 or 5 hours of like that lore, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool now. You know what I mean? But sometimes I go into my archaeology like obsession, and I'll watch like Mini Minuteman, who does long
Oh
videos on
god,
things like vampire burials.
you just summoned Marsh. Marsh is squealing now. I can hear it from. Yeah, there
H
it
Bomber
is.
guy.
There it is.
Yep, H Bomber guy. Yeah, I watch H Bomber guy all the time. I probably drive Cafe crazy with Bomber guy, but I love Mini Minuteman, and I fucking Mini Minuteman's the one I'm on right now. Like that. That's what I was watching him before we started this stream. I just had like his shorts on, just scrolling through them.
Nice.
I've always been like obsessed with archaeology and like just the study of people in general. So whenever I found him, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here forever, never
All
leave."
cool people had an archaeology phase. Honestly,
Google debunkers, yeah, yeah, but yeah. Honestly, it's probably Monster Rancher's fault. It's probably Monster Rancher's fault I got into archaeology in the first place. So it kind of came full circle back to Mini Minuteman, you know?
Damn. Yeah, I honestly same with Silent Hill in chat earlier. Same horror game lore. Also Bioshock. I watched way too much Bioshock lore videos. Also Elden Ring lore because fuck that game. I will never be able to play through that and actually get the lore. I'm also horribly enough in an essay rabbit hole of TV TV preachers, like that whole, because I don't get it. I like how does that work? What you mean? Wait, huh? Absolutely interesting. I'm watching way too many American Cult video essays.
See, I have extensive knowledge on things like that because that's what my mom was into. My mom was very much into like cults and like murderers and things like that. So I've got like unlimited knowledge on those things. Yeah. So my mom was very much that girly that was always watching like the murder mysteries, the trying to find the Zodiac killer, the all of the like serial killers, and then the cult leaders, and that was always on in my mom's house.
yeah, I completely get it. I'm not a true crime person, but cults absolutely fascinating for some reason. Yeah, that and horror video lore. Because why not?
See, I've always little sister moment here. I always was the lore keeper for games because I was helping Cafe play them. Cafe would play the game, I would watch, and I would be the lore keeper. Like for instance, a Majora's Mask is my entire personality. If you break me down to my atoms, it's just Majora's Mask, and I know
just the staple of math.
Yeah,
that's just what you get. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have that video game memorized top to bottom in this little dome of mine because I read the guides on it over and over and over, backwards and forwards. I redrew the drawings out of the manual. Like I was that way for a lot of games. But when a game's scary, I'm a coward, right? So Cafe has to play it, and then I'm the lore keeper for those things. So I've just got like infinite knowledge on horror games that I've never touched in my life because I'm too scared to play them.
I have to imagine now that Cafe is playing something and just asking something to himself out loud, and you just spawn next to him and recite the deep knowledge.
That's kind of what my whole like job was. Like me and because Cafe loves lore too, right? So like he would play the game and he'd be like doing like the physical research into it while I was doing like the back end research for the video games and figuring things out. Like, oh, this looks like it's a reference to this real life thing, and that looks like this thing from mythology. So like he was researching in the game, I was researching in real life, so we could break down everything as far as we could. We very much tag team lore on everything.
You could have made an IRL career out of that. Do you know that?
Oh, for sure. We've considered it before, actually. That's a real thing that we've considered, like doing whole breakdowns. Because we would do it like with books too. We would read books at the same time and like help each other find the things that we missed in them.
Where is my whole... Okay, I need a comic now. I also take an animated series of you guy having like an old school detective bureau. I need that.
It's funny you say that because when we were kids, that's what we wanted to be. We're detectives. And
so
Cafe's a fucking whiz at it, dude. You cannot get anything past Cafe. Like, people used to, like, every locked room mystery, every story, anything you could think of, if you put it in front of Cafe, as far back as, like, 9 or 10 years old, he was solving it. And Cafe is a wizard at this shit. And there was a time in our lives where we were genuinely, that's what we were going to be. And then we found out that detectives these days are just trying to find out if your spouse is cheating on you. And it's not as fun anymore, so.
Bam.
Here we are.
Damn. Get back the cool mysteries. What is that? I'm deprived of good stories here. What the fuck?
Life's just not case closed, and it should be.
Yeah.
It should be case closed.
Someone write that down. That's put that on a shirt. Put that on a t-shirt.
I agree. I agree. I'm a very wise woman. My words should all be on t-shirts. All of them. Not all of them. Some things should be forgotten, but we don't talk about those ones.
No, all of them. Whatever Hincaru said in this, just put
always
the amount of screenshots people have of you saying shit in chats just on t-shirt.
Dude, the shit people bring to me is insane. Like, I was like, did I say that? Was that me? Is this doctored? And then you got people like fucking Apollo actually doctoring things I said just for the fucking joke. No, I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. I say shit all the time.
I mean, there's a high probability that you said it. Let's be honest here for a second.
That's true. No, the other day, Apollo decided he was going to try and break up me and Flapjack. So he took a screenshot of our DMs and made it look like... He took a screenshot of our DMs and made it look like he said, we need to destroy Flapjack. And I said, I think that's a really cool idea. And I am obsessed with that. That was the context?
Amazing.
That was I'm obsessed with that because the idea of somebody coming to you and being like, we're going to destroy your friend, and me going, that sounds like a really cool idea.
That makes so much more sense, honestly, because I thought I was like, I think I'm missing 10 layers here. There's just one, and it's Apollo being a freak. Okay, cool. Noted. That makes so much more sense.
When we do the double feature Hydrafixation where I explain what's wrong with Apollo Bugman, we can get into that. Oh man.
And Apollo's in chat trying to defend him, and we just time him out all the time.
Don't let him talk. Don't let him speak over me. I'm telling all his secrets.
That would be so funny. I let him in here, but I put his microphone so low that no one can hear him.
Yes, Flapjack, we're talking about that time Apollo made us get a divorce because he doctored evidence. Yeah. And then he fucking celebrated it too, dude.
Damn. Honestly, I would love to have the guy here, and then he can yap about. I'm scared about what he would yap about, honestly. But I would love to have the guy here. I'm scared where this would go.
He can talk to you about vacuums. He wants us to be divorced so bad, it's true. He's obsessed with vacuums. He's got a thing for... He was talking about it on Jonkin's stream last night. But yes, Flapjack, he's obsessed with the idea of breaking us up. He's an enigma, Helia. There's so much to him that I don't know that a Hydrafixation is enough time to explain what's wrong with him.
Okay, Apollo, if you're watching this, and if you're not watching this, why not? This is your official invitation to come over to the tavern for Hydrafixation and yap about vacuums for 20 minutes. Someone clip that and send them to him. Thank you.
Yes, Flapjack, exactly. / positive. So much wrong with him. So much.
Okay, back to actual topic, because I still have actually things on my little notebook here. Talking about the monster games, and now the big ones. If you had to choose between Monster Rancher and Pokemon as full franchises, who would survive?
So for me personally, if it was me being as greedy as possible, it would be Monster Rancher for me, because I get more out of Monster Rancher and I've got more nostalgic, like happy, warm memories tied to it. But if I was picking it for the world, I think that the world would just vibe with Pokemon better. I think that the audience, the audience for Pokemon is bigger, but everyone should play Monster Rancher 4 with me on the PS2. We should all play it together right now. We should all stop right now and go play Monster Rancher 4 together.
Also, honestly, everything I heard about Monster Rancher now sounds more interesting than if I look at Pokemon.
See, I'm such a monster raising game like kid. Like I love everything about every monster raising game. Like Digimon was my obsession, like to an unhealthy degree growing up. Like I was always the Digimon kid more than the Pokemon kid. Same. But I also loved Pokemon, you know? There's just something about having a funky little guy that's your best friend that you're raising. That's always going to be like, that's always going to appeal to me. And it's just like, to me, it's not that I want one to do better than the other. It's that I want them all to be here so I can have them. Like, I hate that Monster Rancher is trailing behind and we haven't had a new Monster Rancher in so long with like the classic monsters. I love Ultraman. I love the Kaiju. That was great. I love that game, but I miss my babies. You know what I mean? Like I miss my Pixies and my Golems and my Gel and my Joker. Like bring them back. And I miss them so much because I was so attached to them as kids. Bring me back a game where I can raise Worm. Give me Worm back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Other perspective, because there's probably maybe some game developer who will exactly see what we will yap about in the next minutes. If you had a choice to make like your perfect monster racing game from like all the monster games here, what would you put in from which game? What are mechanics you would just throw in together to have your dream game?
So I would take like the open world aspects of like Pokemon, because I like that you are traveling around a world to do these things. Monster Rancher 4, there's a world that you're traveling around, but you're not actually like traveling. You're like in menus and then you're going to go to this shop in this town to buy things. I would rather be able to like get up with my monsters and walk around. I like the monsters in Monster Rancher and Digimon more than I like the Pokemon in Pokemon, because the Pokemon are very much animals.
Yeah.
But the monsters and the Digimon, those are creatures that could be your friends. They have feelings and they have emotions and they're going to talk to you and they're going to communicate with you. And even though you're training them to do things, it's more like you're taking a backseat in their story. You're a support character for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't your story, it's Golem's story. This isn't your story, it's Beelzemon's story. You're just there to help them along the way. And I always really liked not being the main character of the game that you're playing, if that makes sense. So I like Pokemon's open world. Yeah, I like Pokemon's open world. I like their in-depth, like type assignments, like this is better than this, and like this is stronger than this, and this attack is going to power this attack so that it's going to be more effective against this. And the way that you can like take a Pokemon team that looks like it would be not very good and turn it around and turn it into like an award-winning team. Like Fluffy Barrage was a big one. Kerfuffle won with a team that if you looked at it, you'd be like, why the hell do they think that this is going to be like a good matchup for anything? And then they took the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that about Pokemon, but I just wish that we could get that in depth with Digimon and Monster Rancher vibes instead, because Monster Rancher is very much like, as you're training the monsters, they get stronger, they learn attacks, and then you're yelling out what attacks they need to do. Or if they have a high enough intelligence, you don't even have to do that. You just send them out and let them do the fights on their own, and sometimes they're better off for it. And then Digimon is you shouting out attacks and throwing healing items, right? I just wish that there was more in-depth. Well, the new Digimon game, they kind of go into that. There's a lot more types and personalities and things that affect the way that they fight and the way that they grow.
So you want the open world aspect of actually you and your little guys, but you're missing the actual in-depth relationship you could have if they had more
autonomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if I could run around a town with my monsters with me, just hanging out, having conversations, going on archaeological expeditions to find more little guys, that would be, I guess, like in that sense, Digimon really is the perfect combination of Monster Rancher and Pokemon in a lot of ways, and
Yeah, that's
that
true.
might be why I always default back to Digimon a lot. Monster Rancher 4 is always going to be like my favorite game. I don't think there's ever going to be. Well, I say that like, but Kelowna 2 and like Persona 3 and Majora's Mask, like it's just one of those games that are foundational for who I am as a person. There's pieces of Monster Rancher 4 in me, and that's never going to change. But if I had to pick one and only one monster raising game for the rest of eternity and nothing else could come from it, it would probably be Digimon, because it's everything I love about Monster Rancher and everything I love about Pokemon put together.
The more I think about it, because I always was more of a Digimon person, and now I'm kind of sad that it just dropped off the earth a lot, like in popularity.
The new Digimon game has done wonders to bring Digimon back into the zeitgeist, because the new Digimon game is probably the best Digimon game I've ever played. Like, after I've sat with it for a while, and it gives me everything I want out of a Digimon game. It's got all of my favorite Digimon in it, which is saying a lot, because there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Digimon, right? And it's just like the newest Digimon game is so good, and it's got so many people talking about Digimon. It like was keeping up with Pokemon, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
That's huge, especially like Pokemon's always going to be the king monster raising game. There's just not a whole lot you can do to compete with it, but to keep up with it, that's a big deal.
Is it Digimon Story Time Stranger? Is that the
Time Stranger?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, Time Stranger. I want that for Monster Rancher so bad, because Monster Rancher is the one that's like, it's heartbeats getting real low. Monster Rancher's got like its fan base, but it's just like, it's hard to. It's got like an app in Japan, I think, but it's like it's region locked, and I don't know if it's a gacha, but we're getting really cool art from it and stuff. But it's just like, I need Monster Rancher to get the Digimon resurgence, because I don't want them. I don't want one really good monster raising game. I want a lot of monster raising games with their own aspects that are great.
Yes, definitely. It's just interesting because I didn't even know there was a new Digimon game, because if there's a new Pokemon game, I will know it 5 milliseconds after release against my will. Immediately. I didn't know. The Digimon game is out for 3 months now. I didn't know that.
Yep. I don't know, like, it's probably just because Pokemon's so fucking huge, because I feel like they were advertising Digimon, or maybe I'm just in the right circles to see it.
Probably,
it's just
yeah.
like, because like me and all my friends, I've got friends I've been friends with for 25 years that are just as much into this shit as I am. So as soon as there's like any little sound of anything happening, we tell each other. So maybe it just feels skewed to me, and it's not like that for other people. But yeah, with Pokemon, you have no choice but to know the new one's coming out.
Yes. But yeah, I think this is a good last big topic is, if Monster Rancher 4 got a remake, which is what we're here now campaigning for. This is what we need. Also, which will probably help me a lot play a game, because I'm so bad at playing old games. I'm so shit at this. I struggle so much. Okay, what would you want of a remake? Like, do you just want it to be like polished to HD and just look better, or are there actually some things that you would like to be overworked or like changed to make it either easier for new people to get in without like making it too washed out, or are there actually things you didn't like about the game that could also just be changed and not do much damage?
So I feel like there's two different answers for this, because for me, Monster Rancher 4 is a perfect game, and I can't break out of my opinion on that, even though I know that from the outside looking in, there's a lot wrong with it. I'd like to say that all of my favorite perfect games are like 6 or 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, they're never 10 out of 10s, but they're perfect to me, right? So for me, I feel like if they just one-to-one remade, just put out Monster Rancher 4 again. I feel like that game is so good and could stand on its own so well that you wouldn't really have to do a lot to change it, except you're making it accessible to people again. And like, if we can give it the Kelowna treatment, because Kelowna is another game that I loved that nobody cared about. But then whenever Kelowna started coming out again, the fans did the Kelowna sweep and they made sure everyone knew about it and it was everywhere and it blew up and now everyone loves Kelowna. And I feel like this fan base is so passionate that if they gave Monster Rancher 4 a shot, that the fan base would make it do the Kelowna sweep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
But so for me, like, if you just re-released this game and made it accessible again with that database so people don't have to rely on physical media, because a lot of people don't have it, I think that this game would be able to stand on its own. Now, if they wanted to add more stuff to it, put Worm in the game, do that for me specifically, put Worm back in the game. But like, if they could add more monsters, because there's a lot of monsters in Monster Rancher that's not in this game because that either came out after Monster Rancher 4 or they just didn't have the space for it, like Worm. So if they could remake it, give you the bigger farm, let you have the bigger monsters, add more combinations of monsters, like Joker's only got 2 forms, give us more Joker forms, you know what I mean?
So just expand on what came after and put it back in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that would be my dream. Just give me more monsters and more space. And I guess, like, to make it a little bit easier, because like and it probably isn't that hard, but if I'm thinking back to it when I was a little kid, I struggled so hard to continue the story because it's so hard to raise the monster right and effectively to get them strong enough to get to the next level. And I think maybe they could make that a little bit easier, or even put like a scale on it, because there's some people who'd rather it be harder than easier. Let people choose if it's going to be harder or easier, you know?
I'm such an advocate for difficulty settings. Because if you want,
just, like, especially in a game like this, like I've heard the arguments for like Elden Ring and things like that, where the whole point is that it's hard and get good and all that stuff. But in a game like a monster raising game, there's just being an 8-year-old frustrated to tears because I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, while simultaneously blaming myself for my monster not reaching its goals. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard on a kid. And I feel like if you could make settings, then that would have saved me a lot of frustrations as an 8-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, but also for games who are supposed to be hard, add a pause button to Elden Ring, and so many more people would play it. There's actually, Elden Ring is also on my donathon as a goal to actually put 20 hours into Elden Ring, because I don't know why I'm doing that to myself. And the first thing I will do is install a pause mod. I will do that, because I want to actually be able to pause this and take a breath, and then continue. Difficulty settings and accessibility settings are not that hard, and you can make your game harder if you want to. You can always make a game fucking harder for you.
Right. And that's my thing, is like, I'm not telling you to make the game easier. I'm telling you to give people the option to make it easier. Because like I said, there's a lot of people where everything that matters to them in that game is that they can do it and they're really good. And I'm not taking it from them, because I don't have the patience, the willpower, or the capacity to throw myself at Elden Ring over and over and over and over and over and over again until I'm good at it. And I respect the people who can do that. That you're a stronger person than me.
Exactly.
I don't understand, you know, but like, I think that people should have the ability to make it easier so they can enjoy the game too, without taking that away from those people. You know what I mean? Like, if Crimson Ruse wants to beat his head against the wall over and over again until he figures it out, I love that and I respect that for him. But I don't. My head's not hard enough. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
My skull's not thick enough to do it.
It's exactly that. It's give me a mode in Elden Ring that just, I don't know, gives me more health or reduces damage. That would already help make me sturdier or less damage. And I still have to learn how that shit works. I still have to learn the moves and my skills. I just have a bit more time every try. I actually do this. Also, God, this is going to be a little rant. I hate that this setting debate always comes if the game doesn't have settings. Because every time the game has settings like this, like Hades, who has a God mode, and I never heard anyone be like, well, if you play Hades on God mode, you haven't actually played the game. Because it's not talked about if it's actually in the game.
Right. It's just like, there's always going to be like jerks out there that are like, oh, you didn't actually play the game if you didn't play it on this mode. But those people's opinions also don't matter to me.
Exactly.
And I can play the game however I want to, and I can enjoy it however I want to, and you can enjoy it however you want to. And that's why I very much don't think we should take the difficulty away from the people who enjoy it, but we should have lower difficulties for people who want to enjoy it and just can't get over. And I also think that it's a really good way to get people to that level too, because I think if a lot of people, if they could set it at a lower setting at the beginning and get used to it, then they could get up to that level. You know what I mean? There's some people just need to work up from a lower base to get to that higher base, and I think that would be a good way to get people into that. And then maybe the next game they don't need that difficulty slider because they learned from the last one. It's just people learn different ways, you know.
Especially since I think a lot of developers forgot that their biggest audience for gaming has grown up and has responsibilities and doesn't have the time to grind the same way they were teenagers. It's just not a thing anymore. So how about you don't fuck us over for living in capitalism? Maybe.
Or we can destroy capitalism. I mean, I really like that idea.
I mean, we should do that too. That is a given. That is a given. But until capitalism still exists, difficulty settings. Thank you.
Right. This is the opposite. This is the takeaway. We need to bring back Monster Rancher 4. We need to destroy capitalism.
We let capitalism exist until we have Monster Rancher 4, and then we dismantle that.
That's exactly right. Once I have Monster Rancher 4, and you know, this is a beautiful thing, okay? Some of my favorite video games growing up were Kelowna and Kelowna 2, okay? Chrono Cross, and Pokemon Snap, okay? Mm-hmm. These are all, and now Tomodachi Life 2 as well. So all these games I love. Those were all games I loved that it was jokes that they were never going to come back, right? I had people there, for instance, Chrono Cross, there are people that hate Chrono Cross so much, we've had people in our DMs telling us to KYS for liking the game. Like, people were so sure these games were never going to come back, and through my sheer willpower of screaming into the universe until they came back, all of these games have come back so far. Every single one of these. As a matter of fact, Kelowna 2 and Chrono Cross came back in the same announcement. In the same Nintendo Direct, we got them both back. I was driving home from work. I had to pull over because I was fucking screaming and I couldn't drive safely anymore. So if I just keep screaming into the universe, I'm going to get Monster Rancher 4. I'm gonna get it because I got everything else.
That's just the power of manifestation. We're manifesting that here, right now, that we get that back. Also, every game or game franchise that is beloved enough and has like still someone who really wants that comes back the same as questionable fashion choices. It always comes back.
True.
I mean, hey, if we can get low-rise jeans back, which disgusting. We also can have Monster Rancher 4 back.
We can, and I will have it back, and they will put Worm in it. That's that whoever is in charge of Monster Rancher games in the US now, I'm talking to you directly. This is for you specifically. Bring back Monster Rancher 4. Wait.
Give me a second. Let's make that a bit more dramatic. No, this is why is our thing not working. Okay. I'm so good at doing stuff. Okay, I think you're big enough now.
All right. You're gonna bring back Monster Rancher 4. You're gonna add the database back into it. You're going to give me Worm, or I'm gonna show up at your house. No, I'm kidding. Please, I'm just begging you. Please give me this game. It's everything to me. Please give me the game back. I'm not threatening you. I promise this isn't a threat. Okay. Give me Worm. Give me my son back. You killed him in 3, and you killed him in the anime. Give him back to me.
Hashtag give Hincaru Worm.
Please.
Post that, share that message. That's very important to us here at Hydrafixation.
I need it trending. I need it trending on every website. I want it written in your local newspapers, okay? I need Worm back. I need Monster Rancher 4. And also, here's another little side note. Put it on Switch so I can take it with me and go places, please.
Yes.
I need it to be portable. I need to have my little guys in my little hands, and I need to carry them around gently like Hamburger, okay? I need them with me at all times.
Monster Rancher Tamagotchi. And then you can walk with them, and then they get stronger when you get your steps in.
That's like Digimon. Bring it back to Digimon had a Digivice that was a workout watch.
Yes.
And I have that. And let me tell you, nothing got me healthier than raising a Beelzemon, because I knew exactly what workouts I needed to do to get that Beelzemon, and that's why I got on my weightlifting kick. Literally, the weights that I still lift on a day-to-day basis while I'm working is because I was trying to get Beelzemon on that game. So don't tell me that the propaganda don't work, because it works.
Oh, it definitely does. I never played a Pikmin game, but I have Pikmin Bloom. So, hey, I'm happy every time I get enough steps in to have a new little Pikmin.
Listen, Pikmin, Bloom, and I have history together. Fuck that game. I love that game so much.
I even love that, and I never played a Pikmin game. I still have no idea what's happening with those little guys. I watch people play Pikmin. I have no idea. I love Pikmin Bloom. It's so cool. Guys, at me, and then our Pikmins can punch mushrooms together.
That's what I'm saying. Have I told you about the Pikmin Bloom purple Pikmin that insulted me? Hold on. So you know how in that game, at the end of the day, your Pikmin bring you back something?
Yeah.
If you take pictures through the day, right? Mm-hmm. So there was one time, it was my day off work, and when I don't have to work, and especially at this job, it was a very physical job, right? I got 20,000 steps a day in at this job every single day, right? So when I didn't work, I didn't move. Okay. Yeah. I would have maybe 1,000 steps on my day off, because I would walk from my bed to the bathroom to the kitchen to the couch, and I would sit there and play video games, right? And so it was one of those days where I didn't get a whole lot of steps in. So at the end of the day, the purple Pikmin brought me a meme I had sent to Cafe earlier that day. That was a jump scare of Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy that just said, "You fat bitch," underneath it. So the purple Pikmin called me a fat bitch for taking 1,000 steps a day. So I have beef with, and also he's my everything. I would die for the purple Pikmin.
Damn, that guy really said, "What's wrong with you today? Walk."
And
amazing.
He looked so cute and innocent when he was bringing it to me too. He was like, "Oh, this is for you, you fat bitch." Hold on, I wonder if I could find that. If I still have access to that.
That's insane. It makes so much sense. That makes it, yeah. Yeah, I love that. Right. I love that when I have a day where I don't leave the house, and then they just like, "Hey, here's a picture," and it's literally just some dumb screenshot, and I'm like, yeah, I need to overthink my life right now.
Here, I'm sending you. This is the screenshot I took of the little guy bringing it to me. Okay, and then here's the picture that he actually brought to me. And I was inconsolable. I was fucking crying. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I was laughing so
honestly,
hard.
I just also love that he brings it and it's a fucking Bonnie jump scare. That alone.
Yeah. Just one little purple Pikmin. Just one little guy was like, "Listen up, you fat bitch."
I also like that it was a purple Pikmin. Like, not the strong one. The guy who gets shit done.
Yeah, he was like, okay, I'm gonna be the one to tell her that if everyone else is too scared to tell her, I'm gonna go tell her.
Yeah, like sorry,
Yeah,
if a little guy would have brought me that, I was like, what are you talking about? You do understand nothing. But a purple one, that has impact. That has true impact.
Yeah. Yeah, so now not only do I hate the purple Pikmin, he is also my favorite, and I will die for him. He is everything to me.
Not only do I hate him, but he's also my favorite. This is now a new question.
out about me.
This is now a new question on the questionnaire. Who is Hincaru talking about now?
Not only do I fucking hate that guy, he's my favorite.
And then you just have your long Oshi list.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Name off who it is. You'll probably be right.
Yeah.
Who do you think I'm talking about?
Damn.
Ingrid swinging immediately with a right answer.
Yeah,
I would also accept Apollo Bugman, Vanta Crowbringer,
Gale,
Cafe Kaicho, Gale Galleon, Apollo Bugman.
It's a long list. It's a long list.
It's a perfect circle of people I hate and people who are my favorite.
Yes. The list is so long it rolls out the door. Exactly.
I'm nothing if not predictable, you know?
Hey,
I'm easy to figure out.
Hey, I have that with my friends. My God, I wanna throw them against the wall, but also they're my little guys, and they can do everything basically. So
they're I allow them to commit the evil crimes they do because I think it's kind of cute when they do, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, they might tell me I'm 84 years old and my bones are turning to dust and that I'm gonna die soon, but like, they're kind of cute when they say it, you know? So I let them say it. Yeah, I'm going to throw them at a patchy brick wall and turn them into goo, but it's because I like them, you know? This is friendship, I think. I don't know.
But I will also make them a little snack afterwards, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to turn them into goo, and I'm going to put the goo in a jar, and I'm going to put the jar in a nice, pretty place where they can see all the pretty things, and I'm going to bring them food.
Yeah. I hate how much sense that makes, and half the chat is like just nodding along, probably.
Favorite guy jam, exactly. Yeah, you guys get me.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And yes, the purple Pikmin is included in that list. Yes, the purple Pikmin is an Oshi of mine. He is a friend of mine. He is my biggest op.
I need a timeline of your Oshis. Because the pattern is obvious. But I need a timeline of your Oshis just to be like. Also, I like the idea of you have all those lists and then you have purple Pikmin. The purple Pikmin. And then we just continue and never explain it to everyone who hasn't seen this VOD. It is what it is.
Well, the purple Pikmin is my first Oshi, in fact. That's where it all started. That's where my complex started, was from the purple Pikmin.
Oh.
That was before I watched VTubers. Yeah. That's in the ancient times.
That explains the Tavi incident. Oh my God.
Yeah. So see the Tabby incident. Oh no! But like the first time I had a VTuber that I watched that I was actually active, like I would actively be known, because really until recently I was not somebody that talked in chats. Until Crimson Ruse told me to please keep talking because I thought chat died, and now I don't shut the fuck up. It's his fault. Blame him for everything. Okay.
Tavi. Okay, you have to explain the Tavi incident because there are people out there that don't know it.
Okay, okay. First of all, the first person I interacted in chat and actually was like kind of I still wasn't like the way I am now, but I was still kind of like talking in chat, was Vanta, and Vanta called me a bitch, and I have that saved on my phone. That's the kind of person that I am. He called me, he was like, I saw what you said, you bitch. And I was like, okay, that's my Oshi, right? And then from Vanta Crowbringer, I had Gale Galleon, who was like, insulted me and took points off of the macaroons that I made for him because he and I were fighting with each other. Yeah. And then from him, Crimson Ruse, which you guys have seen that fucking fall out for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Front row seats to that one.
Yeah, Apollo Bugman, who just tortures me all the time because he hates me. It just, it's never. And then now let me get. Do you want the Octavio clip, or do you want me to explain what happened?
Explain it because it's funnier.
Okay, so I don't get to catch Octavio very much because Octavio streams at different times than what I'm active usually, right? But one day, Crimson Ruse raided us over into Octavio's stream, and Octavio had 2 cups of coffee and became a demon, and it was making fun of Ruse. It was right after the 3D debut, so he was like a jock who's mean to little guys that just want to help him, talking about how Ruse was being so mean to the Rusaders and the 3D thing. And I was like, yeah, Octavio, get him, right? And he said, no, I know you like that. I know you like that. All you little Rusaders get together and you're like, oh, where did you hit when he threw you at the wall? Oh, I hit my arm. Oh, what name did he call you today? Oh, he called me a bastard. And then and he was like, the Twitter broke today because all the Rusaders were all crying and about him going, remember that your Oshi hates you in his 3D debut. I know you guys like this. And the whole time I was like, shut up, let me live. What's your problem? Calm down. Why the call out? And then I subscribed to him in the middle of the insults. And he said, you're proving my point. You're proving my fucking point. And I was like, I didn't realize until it was too late that did not look good on me. But I'm nothing if not predictable.
I saw that live. That was so funny. That was so fucking funny.
My luck, the one time, but all of my luck for last year was used up in Ruse not being there to see that. Yeah. Because I don't want to live in the world where Ruse saw that happen. I feel like he would have never let that down. I feel like I would still be hearing about it.
Probably.
And then I haven't talked to Octavio at all since then. And then the other day he mentioned that CEO of Sexpol, and I was like, he complained about it, and I said, Ruse won that fair and square, by the way. And he just went, of course you would say that. And I was like, why do you know who I am still? So he came back out of nowhere to get me one more time before the end of the year.
I mean, let's be honest here for a second. Every time you just slap a target on your forehead, you make it easy.
Listen, if I'm a vessel for the bit, then so be it. The bit will live through me at all times, at my expense usually.
I'm clipping that.
That's the true manifest. My imp energy is the bit. I live for the bit. I exist as the manifestation of the bit. There you go. There's the lore drop.
What I want now is someone to take this quote and then edit every damn Hincaru incident afterwards.
Good luck. That's gonna be a 12-hour fucking video.
Yes, it would be fucking funny.
While we're talking about me humiliating myself all the time, did I ever tell you maybe the moment that almost humbled me? Okay.
Oh.
The moment that was all, because usually all this stuff is just funny to me. I've never had an Oshi legitimately embarrass me before. Like, they can't hurt me. I'm stronger than they are. Okay. So like that stuff, I think it's funny as hell, and I love the bit, but they can't hurt me. But there was one time, okay, they like deep at my core, I'm an artist. And I love artists, and there's artists that I look up to. I have art Oshis that I'm like, when I see them, that's like me getting starstruck, right? If an art Oshi talks to me, that shakes me to my core in a way that a VTuber could never get to me. Crimson Ruse cannot hurt me the way that these people can hurt me, right? Okay. Now let me preface this with a little bit of a little bit more lore for me. So Jorbizzle, right, was one of my art heroes before I ever knew who the hell Crimson Ruse was. Mm-hmm. Okay, I love Jorb. He's a pixel art hero.
We love Jorb in this household.
We do love Jorb. So throughout like my art career, when I would try and like learn pixel art, Jorb kept popping up, right? So like they're in the last like couple of years, I've been seeing Jorb a lot. So like I really looked up to Jorb, right? So let's flash forward to the Crimson Ruse and Apollo Bugman Soul Link collab, right? So I was already having a riot in that because I'm a mod in Apollo's chat, and then I'm the problem in Ruse's chat. So I was just bouncing between both of these chats, right? And they were talking about the awful food takes like they always are, and then something led to the shower orange incident. I don't know if people remember the shower orange, right? Where Apollo said that he likes to eat oranges in the shower.
He said so many things that stream.
He sure did say so many things. So I was in Apollo's chat and I said, do not eat oranges in the shower. And he said, why not? And I said, Apollo, that's where your balls live. Okay. That's all I said. I was like, that is where your balls live. Apollo didn't say my name out loud. He just read that comment out loud. Don't eat oranges in the shower because that's where your balls live. That's what he said out loud. So Crimson Ruse didn't know who said that. He said, who the fuck said that? Who said that? And hi, Jorb. And so I was like laughing, crying my eyes out. And of all the people in Ruse's chat to tell him, it was Jorb that went, you know who said that. He didn't say my name and Ruse knew who it was. And that humbled me.
Hi, Jorb. Sorry that I scared you with the shout out.
Hi, Jorb.
We were just talking about you, and I was like, hey, if people don't follow Jorb yet, they should.
You guys should go follow Jorb. He's cool. He does cool things literally all the time. Jorb, thank you for humbling me in the Soul Lock stream, because that changed me fundamentally as a person. Holy shit. Right?
I like that we wanted to talk about Monster Rancher 4 and got all the Hincaru deep lore. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
It's intrinsically tied to me. You know, Monster Rancher 4 and my traumies are the same thing.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, we wouldn't sit here without the traumies.
So true. Oh, man. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second. When I think about the shower orange incident, that's so fucking funny.
Elias, why did you open the door on your own? Why would you do that? Damn, there's a cat
house now.
Yeah. Hi. Do you wanna come here? Do you wanna talk to the people? Probably not. Probably not.
They should talk to us anyways. Give us some wise words.
Yeah, my cats don't do that. They don't talk to microphones. I don't know why.
My cats think that it's their job and their God-given right to talk directly into the microphones, usually.
I wish they would do that. I need to draw an Eliza and John Asset for you. I mean, do it. Do it, Marsh. I won't. Cat, thank you. Dramatic little baby. Can you not rub yourself across the microphone? Or click on my mouse. What are you doing?
It's their show now.
Yeah.
They're in charge.
If they would actually have like a specific spot in the room, I would put up a cat cam all the damn time, but they don't. They just don't do this. He wants to be a VTuber.
No.
Oh god. The horrors.
You gotta teach him better. Hurry.
No.
The programming.
No. I'm keeping him away off the internet. I'm scared of the takes he would put out. That being said, I will maybe try to get my hands on Monster Rancher 4 as a ROM or something.
I know that there are ways.
There are always ways.
There are always ways. Monster Rancher 4, of course, obviously is by far my favorite one. But if you have trouble playing older games and you'd prefer a newer one, that Ultraman Kaiju raising one is a lot of fun. You can get a Kaiju Suezo. That's the only monster they brought in, if I'm remembering right. Like actual Monster Rancher monster is a Kaiju Suezo.
Yeah. But
other than that, you can just raise bad guys from Ultraman, and you can get kind of the same vibes and see if you fuck with it, you know, just to see if it's like up your alley.
Honestly, I will just force you to sit with me, and then you have to coach me through this. This is how this will go. if I'm doing that, I will do the OG experience.
I love Monster Rancher 4. That one, Monster Rancher 4 is just, it's so hard to get through that story because you got to get good enough and you're going through generations of monsters before you're good enough to get there.
I will play one stream and that will be it. I will not play the whole damn game. No. But I will try. I will genuinely try. I think that is the promise I can make with all of the games or stuff where I'm learning about and I'm like, maybe I should actually take a look at it because this is the whole problem of this format. Every time someone talks about something, I'm like, oh, it sounds actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Now I need to try it. Yeah.
No, I need to.
That's the beautiful and horrible thing about these things. Is you learn there's nothing more intoxicating than hearing somebody talk about something they genuinely love.
Yes.
But that's how you end up with 45 million hobbies. You know what I mean? I love to hear passionate people talk about things they love, but then I want to be passionate about it too. They make me love the things that they love.
Yeah.
And that's why these streams are both beautiful and also just I need more spoons and less capitalism.
I need more time. Can we just yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I'm a bit torn if I do a hydrafixation, if I talk about like one of the best things German culture has ever given to, or if I want to talk about my favorite fantasy books ever. Gotta be difficult.
Why not both?
No. I'm doing one episode.
Why not both?
And that's it.
You can do anniversary episodes, you know? Then do that one at like 25 and then at 50 do the next one, you know?
I could also do 1 year. I talked with that with Bobby about that. Like for some big anniversary, maybe the 1 year hydrafixation this year will be presentation karaoke. If people don't know what PowerPoint karaoke is you get a presentation and you have no idea what's in there and you just have to wing it. And I love the idea.
That sounds interesting.
I love the idea of people making like short 5-minute presentations about something they're really passionate about and someone else has to sell it.
That would be a riot, actually.
Right?
Am I allowed to post links in your chat if I'm a mod?
I think yes. Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay, everyone go listen to that. That's the opening song for Monster Rancher 4, and it's the biggest bop in the world.
Yes, do it. Do it.
It is truly the song of all time.
I see Vanta do stream like that. I did that in university. It's so funny when you have the humanities and literature students have to talk about quantum physics suddenly. God, I struggled, but I did it. It would be funny. Maybe we do that for the 1 year anniversary.
Definitely do it. That sounds like a riot for sure.
Okay, before I just throw you out of the tavern, do you have anything you want to advertise? Plug something.
You know, I don't have anything going on right now, but BTuber does. B's doing like a big donathon to help them out with stuff.
Is that still going?
Yes, today is day 5, I believe, and actually Mr. Bugman is going to be on there with her later tonight. I think that she's already starting right now.
Oh,
I think she might be doing
I was just like, oh, let me shout her out, but B is actually. I'm not following. What the fuck is wrong? I'm gonna change that real quick. Yeah, B is online, and yeah, let's see. I was like, hey, who should we raid?
There you go, B.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
They're doing their donathon. I think they're live right now. They're doing Bigfoot right now, and then they're going to do Helldivers. They're going to do Dark Tide. There's a bunch of people. I think it's every one of them is going to be a collab. So there's going to be other people streaming with her. And then there's Phasmo, and I think Apollo is going to be there at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Dark Tide. And there's just going to be a whole lot. There's a whole lot going on. So definitely support B.
And it started literally half an hour ago, so you're perfectly in. I need Hincaru to listen to the German Monster Ranger opening.
Okay.
Didn't even know we had that in Germany. I missed that out completely. But yeah, then let's do that actually. Tomorrow I will be in a crap game collab from the EU VTuber team on Twitch here because we have a server and someone was like, why not play crap game? Never played that game and I will win. Maybe.
You better. I believe in you. You're gonna come out on top.
That
crab don't stand a chance.
Maybe I should actually play that game before just to find out how that works. Also, next week will be a very short stream week. It will be a 2-stream week because on Wednesday, Flapjack and I actually start a monthly little format with a very cool name that I won't tell you right now. Yeah. Flapjack and I will watch movies every month and yap about that. And also, also next week on Saturday, I do my first karaoke. But that's not that important, so. Yeah, karaoke, woohoo. I'm scared, guys. Woohoo! I'm scared.
You're gonna be fine. See, I'm always scared of karaoke's, but if you show up to my stream, I'm singing anyways. So hey, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, nobody's here. You're just singing alone in your house. It's fine.
I'm not alone in my house. That's the problem. That's at least one person actually here.
Well, they can just sing with you. They get a collab.
Sure. Haza will be absolutely happy. It's gonna be mostly Hosier songs. Not even actually, because that man has a range that I do not have at all. I will try. It will be a short karaoke, but also I will start a donut. My donathon will start on February 9th because that's actually my 1-year anniversary for this model and all already. Damn. And there are 2 options for you to unlock 2 more karaoke streams. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One for 500 followers on Twitch, actually, and we're not that far off. When I said 500, I was like, yeah, that will take forever.
You're only 90 away now.
We're 90 away now, and I think it's somewhere in the middle-ish of the 700 euros is the donation goal for me to get like the model and a bit of extra stuff. There are also stretch goals, actually. One of the stretch goals is me playing League of Legends. And a full cover, a full song cover is a stretch goal. I don't know what I'm doing, why I'm doing that to myself. But yeah.
What song, though? Have you picked a song for that cover?
No, because it won't happen.
Oh, we'll see.
I will think about that when it happens. Yeah, the Discord channel has the full donathon info. I will post the full donathon info. I will show it on stream in the karaoke stream and then post it afterward because I want to focus first on karaoke before I advertise that. So, but yeah, on the Discord, there's the full info if you guys want to. Thank you for being here and yapping about Monster Rancher.
Thank you for having me. I could yap about it forever. I tried to get you before stream started. I almost started yapping about it.
I was like, wait a second. We should put that. We should start later with that. And now, follow Hincaru everywhere. Literally. What the fuck?
I made that name is me everywhere as of right now until people start impersonating me, and then I have to capitalism them.
Yeah, exactly. But follow Hincaru if you don't already do that, because why are you here if you don't? I do not understand you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for Crap Game, and I will now yeet you over to B. Damn, the donathon goal is 85% already reached. Damn, that's so cool. You guys can do more. I will yeet you into the abyss now. That's the thing. One day I will actually have a raid message. It's not today. Just wish them a happy snack raid. You know how that goes. See you guys next time. Any last words?
Everyone has to play Monster Rancher with me. Everybody play Monster Rancher with me right now.
Nice. Bye.
Bye.